satisfaction without the fight. A man has limits, oh, so they say, but I never listen. Did it my way. I'm gonna take what's mine. I paid my dues. I dare you to walk a mile in these shoes. The beat in my soul just keeps getting louder. Give me some of that power.
That brings us to the thing that brought us here together. Can you tell me how all this started?
You're referring to the case.
Yeah.
So yeah, the investigation started in June of 2019 and obviously ended in February 2020 when Sam was grabbed at the airport.
So about a year and a few months after you guys got together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When did this first show up on your radar? Like when, looking back, can you pinpoint a time when this started for you, when this became a part of your world?
Are you referring to Sam's involvement of what he was doing?
Like when did this become a thing? How did you find out? And what did that do to you? Like, I'm trying to picture, what does that do to somebody? Like you guys weren't married, right? Are you guys married?
We are married.
So you weren't married yet.
No.
So how does something like that happen? Like, how does that come to your knowledge and what does it do to you?
I can't honestly pinpoint when or how I found out. I truly can't. I was, at that point in time in my life, I was battling custody and I was focused on my job. So I wasn't trying to be fully engaged in what he was doing and his whereabouts. I remember specifically telling him, like, I don't want nothing to do with what you're doing. And so he was doing it like on like smooth operator kind of thing. So it wouldn't affect me because I could get up at 4 a.m. and get ready to go to work. I would leave at 5, fight traffic all the way to Kailua. And
You drove from Makaha to Kailua?
Yeah, at that time I was living in Waianae. So just a few minutes from Makaha, but yes, definitely in the same district. So from Waianae district to Kailua. And so I would have to get to work by 7 a.m. So whatever he was doing, it definitely did not affect me. Like I didn't agree with it. And I always knew of his potential, but I just didn't overwhelm myself or overexert myself trying to tell him what to do and what not to do, because I was focused other places.
I'm trying to get a picture of how out of the ordinary it was, or not out of the ordinary it was for you. Like, had you ever been involved in anything like this? Had you ever been around this growing up? Did you experience?
Yeah, I definitely had my fair share of being around stuff like this. I'm definitely not like incompetent to know what's happening. Like I know what's happening. Like I'm sharp enough to know what's going on. And I'm not like a pushover. So Sam definitely know he wouldn't be able to lie or somehow like manipulate me to where I didn't know what he was doing or try to convince me otherwise. It's like I knew what he was doing. He was doing too many weird meetups and random, leaving. So I knew something was up, but it did not affect me because he was doing what he was doing. I was doing what I was doing. And somehow we made it work. Our relationship work.
When did you guys move in together?
We moved in like right before summertime of 2018.
Okay. So after you guys move in together, that's when you start noticing a few things.
Yeah. He was definitely doing a lot of phone calls and on his phone a lot. it definitely irritated me. But at that point in time, I was not trying to get involved in what he was up to. And like I said, my mind was focused elsewhere. So I truly was not that I didn't care, but I really didn't care. It's hard to explain.
Did you ever worry that Sam was going to get caught?
I didn't even think about it, to be honest. And there was many times when I told him things not to do and he didn't listen, because Sam is the type to where he's so smart that he knows everything and nobody can tell him what to do. That's just who he is. And so I just always refrained from trying to tell him what to do. So it didn't cross my mind that he would ever get caught. And I wasn't trying to be like, hey, you better be careful because you're going to get caught. Sam is so smart that he had his whole operation and he like planned it out, and like he knew exactly what to do and what not to do, and he had his own game plan. So there was no room for me or my advice or me like sharing anything with him that would benefit him, because he pretty much did his own thing. So I always refrained from even putting in my 2 cents to anything to do with his life.
Sam's doing his thing, and you know something's going on. You told him, I don't want to be a part of this.
Mhm.
So how does it go from you telling Sam, I don't want any part of this, to you being involved?